Patrick Hutzel from intensivecare.hotline.com with another quick tip for families in intensive care. So today I have an email from Laurel who says, "Hi Patrick, my husband was initially admitted for a small rash and respiratory issues. He's only 48 years old. He was admitted for bacterial infection and COVID, allegedly. I say this because he already had COVID a few months before. He was hospitalized for it as well. Tried to contact the nurse 4 times to no avail. He walked to the bathroom and turned on the shower to try and use the steam to help him breathe better. Somehow he flooded the shower into the bed area. The nurse didn't tell me what had occurred at first. Another nurse passed by and mentioned it. I believe he was placed into a coma on a ventilator because he went without oxygen too long, but they weren't even going to tell me. He was in a vegetative state. Why would he need fentanyl? He didn't have any pain. They had him on a fentanyl trip. What happened?" Well, thank you so much, Laura, for writing in. And, I've been saying in my videos here since 2013 that the biggest challenge for families in intensive care is simply that they don't know what they don't know. They don't know what to look for. They don't know what questions to ask. They don't know their rights, and they don't know how to manage doctors and nurses in intensive care. That's exactly what you are dealing with here, Laurel, because you just simply don't know what you don't know. Here is what's happened. And I can confidently explain to you what happened. I have worked in critical care nursing for 25 years in 3 different countries, where I worked as a nurse manager for over 5 years, where I have been consulting and advocating for families in intensive care since 2013 here at intensivecare.hotline.com. And I can confidently say that we have saved many lives with our consulting and advocacy, and that is verified on our testimonial section at intensivecare.hotline.com. It's also verified on our intensivecare.hotline.com podcast section, where we have done client interviews. So what happened here, Laurel, is your husband most likely went into respiratory failure. He probably stopped breathing or wasn't breathing enough. They had to intubate him. They had to put him on a breathing machine with a breathing tube down his throat. And then he ended up having fentanyl. And the reason he ended up having fentanyl, most patients that go into an induced coma and on a ventilator are having that because it's so uncomfortable putting in a breathing tube, and it's so uncomfortable having the breathing tube in the throat that, it is very distressing. That's why your husband would have ended up on fentanyl, amongst other things, such as either propofol, midazolam/Versed, or Precedex/dexmedetomidine, right? So that is why he needs fentanyl. Now, you are saying he's in a vegetative state. Now, what might have happened, the respiratory arrest or respiratory depression might have led to a cardiac arrest. That is actually what might have happened here. If that is the case, your husband needs a CT scan or an MRI scan of the brain to see whether there's been any brain damage, right? And that is why, that is what needs to happen here next, right? He might be what you are describing as a vegetative state because of the sedation and the induced coma, or he might be in a vegetative state simply because he is, he has brain damage. So that is what's happening here, right? Seen it hundreds of times. Now, the other thing that you need to keep in mind, because, is he on inotropes, vasopressors, what other forms of life support is he on whilst he's in ICU? Those are all things you need to consider, Now, I hope that helps, Laurel. Like, we have helped hundreds and hundreds of members and clients over the years, families of critically ill patients in intensive care, to improve their lives instantly. And that's why we created a membership for families of critically ill patients in intensive care. And you can become a member if you go to intensivecare.hotline.com, if you click on the membership link, or if you go to intensivecaresupport.org directly. In the membership, you have access to me and my team 24 hours a day in the membership area and via email. And we answer all questions intensive care related. In the membership, you also have exclusive access to 21 ebooks and 21 videos that I have personally written and recorded. And all the resources in the membership area will help you to make informed decisions, have peace of mind, control, power, influence, helping you to make sure your loved one gets best care and treatment always. I also do one-on-one consulting and advocacy over the phone, Zoom, WhatsApp, Skype, whichever medium works best for you. And I talk to you and your families directly. I talk to you and your families directly. I handhold you through this once-in-a-lifetime situation that you simply can't afford to get wrong. I also talk to doctors and nurses directly, and when I talk to doctors and nurses directly, I ask all the questions that you haven't even considered asking, but must be asked when you have a loved one critically ill in intensive care. And we also do, and I also represent you in family meetings with intensive care teams. We also do medical record reviews in real time. We also do medical record reviews after intensive care. If you have unanswered questions, if you need closure, or if you are suspecting medical negligence. And all of that you get at intensivecarehotline.com. Call us on one of the numbers on the top of our website, or simply send us an email to support@intensivecarehotline.com with your questions. And if you like my videos, subscribe to my YouTube channel for regular updates for families in intensive care. Click the like button, click the notification bell, comment below what you want to see next, what questions and insights you have from this video. I also do a weekly YouTube live where I answer your questions live on a show and in the membership area. And you will get notification for the YouTube live if you are a subscriber to my YouTube channel, or if you are a subscriber to my intensivecarehotline.com email newsletter at intensivecarehotline.com. Thank you so much for watching. This is Patrick Hutzel from intensivecarehotline.com, and I will talk to you in a few days. Take care for now.